Okay, so I want to give you a few strategies for singing Waymaker. I know many of you have already started doing this song in your churches, or if not, then probably most churches will in the coming year. I mean, this is going to be a big song for 2020. I'm going to be working with both male and female ranges in this tutorial, so hopefully this can apply to as many of you as possible. It is a challenging song because if you want to do the octave jump, it requires a lot of range, more than an octave and a half of range, which is no small thing because it's not just about having that many notes in your singable range, but it's about being able to hit all those notes in a really powerful and consistent tone. Hey, to those of you who are hopping on live, thanks for joining me. If you have any questions about anything that I'm doing in this tutorial or other stuff about the song that you're wondering about, just make sure to post your comments. I don't think that the octave jump is absolutely necessary, but I do think that the song works best with it. It's hard to really build the dynamics in this song enough without doing the octave jump. So I'm going to be exploring it with the octave jump to help give you guys some strategies for both the low and high parts of the song. I find the key of G works well for girls, maybe G flat or A flat if you want it a little bit lower or higher, but somewhere around there tends to be the best key for the female range, to be able to keep it in that big power mix sound, which we'll talk about. The key of G puts us down here in the chorus. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are, which is kind of right close to the bottom of most females' comfortable range, including myself. And it puts us up here in the higher parts. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, which goes up to the B note, right on that female transition spot, which can be quite a challenge. Hands up if that chorus has been a bit of a challenge for you to keep it in that full, powerful tone without it cracking and breaking on you, or just being like a strained, pushed up chest voice. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the dark, right? Like you feel like that note, you just have to like hold on to it for dear life. And most of the time it ends up being flat. We don't want that. Don't worry, I'm going to give you some strategies for that. For guys, I find the key of C typically works well. That puts you down here. You're going to be an octave lower than me because that just gets way too low for me. But Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. And then in the higher chorus and bridge, you're going to jump up to Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. Again, that's key of C. I'm in. Goes up to the E note, which, like I said, for girls, that B note in the key of G is right on the female transition spot. For guys, that E note is right on that transition spot. Some people call it the break. I don't typically refer to it as the break because I like to think about it more as a transition. We want to create that smooth, seamless transition as we go, move from our chest to head voice. Guys tend to have more singable range than girls because they can go lower than us. So there's a little bit more room to play with keys here if you're a guy. If your voice maybe isn't as strong in the lower notes, but you have a lot of that higher range, then you might want it in D flat or D, or maybe even E. I know Leeland does it in E on his recording, but if you're a guy that has trouble with those higher notes, then you're definitely going to want to keep it in C or maybe even B if you can go down to those lower notes. We want to keep it strong and accessible in that higher chorus. That's important. So let's explore the low notes first. We'll get to that high stuff for sure, but let's explore the low notes first. It's really important that you learn to engage your chest voice in these lower sections. This is the female key. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. Engaging my chest voice. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. If you sing that in your head voice, that verse in first chorus down the octave, it's probably going to sound weak and it's going to feel like it's bottoming out on you, like there's just not so much to work with down there. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. Da 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 da. Because there's not a lot to work with down there in your head voice. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God. Right? And if I come out of that into my speaking voice, you can hear that's my head voice tone that I'm singing in. And there's just not nearly as much depth and fullness and richness, and it's not efficient in that lower range. So you've got to find that resonance in your mouth. That's primarily where our chest voice sits, is in our mouth. So even just everybody, just try this right now, guys and girls, just kind of comfortably in your lower range. Just say, buh, buh, buh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kind of just move back and forth between those. Buh, 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 buh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And now I want you to put your hand right here. Okay, if you've seen some of my other videos, I'm sure you've seen me do this. But we want to feel that resonance below our hand. Buh, 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 sitting primarily in the mouth. Buh, 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 yeah, 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 okay? And that's where you want to be in this verse. So this is the female key. Buh, 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 buh. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. You are here, working in this place. I worship you, right? I'm keeping that chest voice engaged. Guys, you're going to be right here. This is low for me, but you can try this. You are here, bo, 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 bo. I worship you. It's too loud. But try that on the lyrics and try focusing on keeping that mouth resonance, that chest voice engaged. You are here, moving in our midst. Worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. Working in this place. This is the key of C for guys. I worship you. I worship you. Okay? And that chest voice dominant tone, excuse me, is where you want to start on each line in the low chorus. And those buh and yeah exercises are really great for kind of testing out to see where your resonance is. Okay, it shouldn't sound like buh, 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 waymaker, buh, 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 miracle worker. We want way more depth in that buh. Buh, 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 waymaker, right? Yeah, 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 miracle. Find that mouth resonance at the beginning of each line in the chorus. Miracle, promise key, light in the darkness. Okay, just try that with me, girls. Waymaker, miracle, promise key, light in the darkness. guys, are gonna be, where are you gonna be? Way big. Miracle, promise, keep, light in the darkness. Okay, so keep that depth engaged. And then on those notes that go down at the end of those phrases, what I don't want you to do is waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper. Okay, I don't want you to sing those, to try to sing those full on. What we want to do is what I like to call a drop off. Okay, it's a little stylistic nuance. I teach this in my Master Your Voice course, where we basically allow the pitch to just drop quickly into a lower note, and that lower note almost becomes, like, the pitch of it almost becomes non-existent. It's not fully hitting the pitch with any sort of power or volume. So waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper. Okay, again, waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper. Just dropping off at the end of those notes. We hear this all the time in contemporary worship. Start listening for it and you'll hear it, that it's everywhere. It works really well at the end of a word or phrase when the melody is moving down, especially like it is in this chorus. And for some of you, especially if you've come from a more classical or choir background, you're so used to singing every note perfectly on pitch and very legato, very smooth from note to note. And drop-offs are none of that, okay? They are perfectly imperfect, which is exactly what we're aiming for in contemporary worship. So this is something you may need to work on, really focus on just letting go at the ends of these words. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper. Just let go. It's just breathy, super breathy, barely there. And it not only sounds raw and emotional and contemporary, which is what we want, but it's also helpful if these notes are pretty low in your range, which they are for me and for most girls, because our goal is not to be able to hit them powerfully. We're just kind of throwing them away. We don't really need to be able to hit those low notes with any sort of power. So let's just work on that for a second. Okay, girls first. I'll sing a phrase and then you sing it back. Okay? Make sure you do sing. Don't leave me here on my own. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper. One more time. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper. Awesome. Okay. Now, guys, again, I'm going to be singing this up the octave because it's just way too low for me down there, but you're going to be an octave down for me. It's probably going to feel pretty low in your range. I'll play it down here. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper. Just let it go. One more time. Those three phrases. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper. Awesome. Okay, so those are what I like to call drop-offs, and I encourage you, if that's something you need to work on, come back to this place in the video, maybe later, pause it, and practice this more if it doesn't come naturally to you yet, okay? Now, let's shift gears and jump the octave in the chorus. We're still going to use those drop-offs on those phrases. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper. But this section of the song requires a very different strategy for the tone, for where the resonance is sitting. In the lower sections of the song, we were engaging more of our chest voice, but when we jump up, we need to allow the resonance to shift, or I like to say tilt higher in the face. And we need to engage pharyngeal and head resonance, not just stay in our mouth, not just stay in chest voice. We're aiming for a mix. Put this diagram on for you. We're aiming for a mix, a blend of all three resonators, head voice, chest voice, and pharyngeal, this middle resonator. Otherwise, you're just going to end up pushing and straining like crazy and tiring your voice out. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the dark. See, I'm keeping it all in my mouth. Darkness, right? It sounds terrible. It goes flat and it feels terrible. Okay? It's not good for the voice. What we also don't want, though, is to just sing this higher chorus in our head voice. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God. I can hit those high notes, but it doesn't sound nearly as rich or powerful or contemporary when we're letting go of our chest voice completely, and there ends up being this discrepancy between our low and high range. If I'm singing Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, and then Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, there's that discrepancy when part of our range is sung in chest voice, part of it is sung in head voice. Okay, hopefully that's making sense if you're new to the mixed voice. What we want, and many of you are familiar with this already from my other videos and courses, and if you haven't been through my Discover Your Voice and Master Your Voice courses yet, do it so you can work on building this in your voice. What we're looking for is a mix, a blend of chest voice, head voice, and pharyngeal, this nasal, that cry resonance right in the middle of the face that joins our chest and head voice, okay? So instead of Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the dark, pushing up on chest voice, and instead of Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, head voice. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Okay, that's my mix voice. I'm still holding on to enough chest voice, enough of that mouth resonance in the mix to give it that power and depth that I want and similarity to my lower notes. But there's enough pharyngeal and head resonance in the mix that it takes the pressure, it takes the weight and strain off of my chest voice. And that's the way that we can have the best of both worlds. We can have the depth and fullness and richness of our chest voice and the freedom and release and hitting notes on pitch in our higher range of that the head voice gives us, right? So how do you get that tone consistently in your songs? By diligently and consistently doing vocal workouts that build these coordinations into your voice. There's no other way than just diligent practice doing the right things, okay? Especially if you have a tendency to push and strain on your chest voice in those higher notes, you've got to do lots of head and pharyngeal exercises, which you'll find in my courses. So I don't tend to go super in depth on that in these song tutorial videos. But we are going to be working on some challenging high mix stuff in this song, in this chorus. So, and I don't want you trying these things in the song without your higher range being warmed up. So let's just do a few exercises together in case you haven't done a workout today, okay? So just the ladies first. Let's just find a light head voice. We're gonna keep it light. Light head voice on a coo, coo, coo. Starting here, say coo, 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 coo. Coo, 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 coo. Coo, 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 coo. G-O-O, we're keeping the mouth narrow. Coo, 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 coo. Coo, 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 coo. Coo, 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 coo. clear, not breathy. Go, 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 go. We don't want that. Doesn't feel good on the voice, and it doesn't build that strength in our head voice that we need, okay? Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Okay, girls, you can keep going. But guys, I want you to join in here. Go, 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 go. Make sure you're in your head voice. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Probably just the guys down here. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Back up. Guys, stay in. Girls, you can join back in. Go, 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 go. Guys, just go as high as feels comfortable for you. Two more. Awesome. So that's a really great head voice warm up and exercise to really free up your high range. Now, everybody just kind of in a comfortable range in your head voice, just in the air, just say, woo, 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 woo. Now on a wee, 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 wee. Just very free. Move your neck around. Wee, wee, woo, 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 wee. Okay, we're just freeing up that head resonance, that higher range, so that we can then add power and fullness to it. But we got to free this up first. Woo! 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 Okay, now super, we're going to change up the tone. Super nasally. Say, nay, nay, nay. Nay, nay, nay. Nay, 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 nay. Nay. Okay, I don't want it to sound normal. It shouldn't be nay, nay, nay. Nay, 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 nay. Okay, we're engaging this pharyngeal resonance. Nay, nay, nay. Nay, nay, nay. Okay, now just the guys. Start right here. Say nay, 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 nay. Keep it super nasally. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Now girls, join in. Guys, as soon as it starts to feel too high for you, just sit out, okay? Nay, 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 nay. 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 Keep it nasally. Nay, 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 nay. Really whiny. Nay, 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 nay. Super whiny. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. One more. Nay, 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 nay. Okay? How's that feeling for you guys? Make sure, okay, it's good to sometimes when you're doing these exercises, record yourself doing it and listen back, because a lot of people start to, their voices breaking and cracking on them, or what was I going to say? Oh, they just feel a lot of tension going up to those higher notes. And it's often because you're trying to sound too pretty, too normal. And for these mixed voice exercises, these pharyngeal exercises, we need to commit to that ugly, whiny sound for it to really work for the voice, okay? So commit to that whininess. Let's do one more exercises now on a mum. This one is naturally gonna sound a little more balanced. There's less of that excessive nasality because this vowel sound, mum, 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 brings in a little bit more depth. But I still want you to keep a lot of this cry sound in your voice so that you're not just pushing up in your chest voice. It shouldn't sound like mum, 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 mum. Okay? Keep that little bit of cry. Mum, 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 mum. Hear that whiny. Mum, 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 mum. And it's very important for this one that you keep your mouth narrow. Okay? You might need to actually use your fingers and kind of push in your lips like this, because this is not, this doesn't come naturally for a lot of people. But I want you to drop your jaw and keep the corners of your lips in, okay? Mom, 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 mom. If we go wide, mom, 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 mom. I already feel that it gets way too tense, and it's gonna just start straining and going splatty as you go higher, okay? So we want it to sound like mom, 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 mom. Let's start with the girls here. Mom, 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 mom. Narrow mouth. Mom, 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 mom. Keep that cry. Mom, 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 mom. Back down. Mom, 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 mom. 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 Now, just the guys down here. This is gonna seem low for me, but it's gonna feel kind of higher up in your range. Mom, 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 mom. Mom, 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 mom. Mom, 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 mom. Guys, again, this sounds low for me. There's not nearly as much of that cry sound in my voice in this lower range. But for you up here, there should be a lot of cry. Mom, 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 mom. Keep going, guys. Mom, 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 mom. Keep the mouth narrow. Mom, 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 mom. Mom, 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 mom. Only go as high as feels comfortable for you. Girls, join back in. Mom, 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 mom. 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 One more. Mom, 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 mom. Awesome. Okay. So both of those exercises, the nay and the mum, are mix voice exercises. They are training our voice to engage pharyngeal, nasal resonance to join our chest and head voice, okay? And I know that sometimes with exercises, especially like the nay, 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 one that we did, it can seem like that's nowhere near what we want in terms of the tone for our songs, but it's actually so directly applicable to the lyrics. It's crazy, okay? You'll see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start a little bit lower, okay? We're gonna move into the lyrics. We're gonna start a little bit lower in a key that's probably a little bit more comfortable for you so that you can really finesse these techniques. And once you find the right placement for the tone, the right coordination, and get that mouth shape, get everything working efficiently for you, you will absolutely be able to take it to a higher key, okay? But you need to find what it needs to feel and sound like first, okay? That's really important. So here's the pattern we're gonna do. Okay, I put that on a screen for you so that you can try this out for me, okay? We're gonna go nay, nay, excuse me, nay, 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 waymaker, miracle worker, mama, 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 promise keeper, light in the darkness. Okay, so basically singing the first two melodic phrases on a nasally nay, then the lyrics, then the next two phrases on a mum, keeping the cry in the voice and the narrow mouth, okay, and then sing the lyrics. And what we want to do is keep the mouth narrow in that shape for many of those words. The lyrics at the end, same as the mum. Let me just change this for you, okay? In those final couple lines, we're going to keep that mouth narrow, keep that shape, okay? Let's demo one more time. Nay, 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 waymaker, miracle worker, mama, 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 promise keeper, light in the darkness. Okay? Try it out. Let me know how that feels for you, okay? You don't have to do it in that key. We're gonna do it in a bunch of different keys. But Let me know how this is going for you guys, okay? Leave your comments. So starting down here for the guys, remember we're practicing it lower so that we can finesse the technique, okay? This is going to sound low in my voice, but guys, it's going to feel like it's decently high up for you, okay? Here we go. Nay, 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 nay. Waymaker, miracle worker, mama, 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 promise keeper, light in the darkness. Okay? Moving up. Nay, 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 nay. Waymaker, miracle worker, mama, 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 promise keeper, light in the darkness. Here we go. Nay, 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 nay. Waymaker, miracle worker, mama, 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 promise keeper, light in the darkness. Okay, notice how I'm keeping that narrow mouth. I'm not letting it go. Light in the darkness. Never, 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 never. Okay, don't do it. Also notice, especially as we go higher here, how when we go in, if you're keeping that nasally, if you're getting that in the pharyngeal, as we go into the waymaker, we want to find that really bright mixed voice, and it's the same sound, right? Nay, way, maker, right? Nay, 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 nay. Waymaker, hear that brightness? Waymaker. But also notice how it sounds a lot more normal. It's more normalized in the lyrics just naturally, right? Okay, so aim for that as you do this. Nay, 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 nay. Waymaker, miracle worker, mama, 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 promise keeper, light in the darkness. Okay, keep going. Girls, you can join in here. We're going to be working up to the female key. Guys, what we just did there, that was the key of C, okay, which is the key that I recommend for most guys. You can keep going up here with us. Just make sure to sit out once it starts to feel uncomfortable for you, okay? Nay, 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 nay. Waymaker, miracle worker, mama, 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 promise keeper, light in the darkness. Nay, 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 nay. Waymaker, miracle worker, mama, 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 promise keeper, light in the darkness. Notice every key higher, I'm engaging more of that pharyngeal. I'm not light in the dark. I'm not going to push up on my chest voice. Nay, 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 nay. Waymaker, miracle worker, mama, 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 promise keeper, light in the darkness. Nay, 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 nay. Waymaker, miracle worker, mama, 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 promise keeper, light in the darkness. Now I know we're doing this in a lot of keys. We're kind of working our way up here. This is really important that we don't just wear our voice out trying it in the original key, trying it in the key that we want to sing it in if it's not comfortable yet. We have to get these techniques working for us and work our way to where we want to be, okay? So hopefully, I can't hear you, but hopefully you're being super nasally as you start this. Nay, 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 nay. Waymaker, miracle worker, mama, 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 promise keeper, light in the darkness. Nay, 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 nay. Waymaker, miracle worker, mama, 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 promise keeper, light in the darkness. Nay, 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 nay. Waymaker, miracle girls, that was the key of G. That's the key we're working on in this tutorial. That's the key that I recommend for most girls. Okay, let me just read some of these comments here. Okay, okay, somebody's saying my voice cracks on darkness. Okay, so usually it's because it's either because you're not keeping your mouth narrow enough, light in the dark, and then the voice is going to crack because everything's getting tense, or you're not keeping enough of that cry in the voice, right? You got to keep that, mama, darkness, okay? It's got to have that cry and the narrow mouth. Otherwise, yes, it is going to crack. Let me just see here. I think I'm getting it in the mixed voice, but I feel like it just doesn't sound good. Okay. Well, sometimes, actually often, if you are, especially if you're new to some of these putting these pharyngeal things in, your brain will tell you that it sounds too nasally, that it doesn't sound good, and it probably sounds better than you think. But the more that you work on this, the better it will get, the more stable it will get, the more you'll be able to kind of play around with the tone, get more brightness, get more depth, but you've got to finesse these techniques. Just thanks, guys, for tuning in and commenting. Okay. I thought the same about myself and then recorded myself. Okay, yeah. Okay. And was really surprised how much better it sounded. Trust the process. Yes, I say that all the time. Yes. Okay. That's great. It's so true. Record yourself and listen back, and don't just be super critical, super analytical about your voice. Okay. Trust the process and embrace the process of your voice, finding these things and developing these things, and you'll get it. Okay, so hopefully that was helping you get to some of those higher keys. Come back to this place in the video, do those exercises along with it, and once you've found freedom and release and power in your mix on those lines, then just add in the final couple of the lines, the my God, that is who you are. And I think probably, I'm just thinking about this, light in the darkness, my God. I wouldn't take a breath before my God, so probably practicing it that way. You can say, mama, light in the darkness, my God. And just let that, if you're finding that mixed voice resonance on light in the darkness, just kind of let it go into that next line. Keep the mouth narrow. My God, not my God, my God. No. My God, okay? Mama, light in the darkness, my God. And then you can use an exercise if it's kind of cracking a little bit on you. Nay, 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 or mom, that is who you are. Okay? Again, keep the mouth narrow, keep that cry in the voice. The bridge, okay, I want to move through this a little bit quicker here. The bridge is going to use everything that we've just worked on, okay? Let me take this down. We don't need that. First couple times through the bridge, down the octave, engaging more chest in your mix, dropping off at the end of the line, even when I don't see it, you're working, right? Working, not working. No. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Let that go, okay? And then jump up. You can use these same exercises, whatever one you find works better for you. Nay, 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 nay. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Nay, 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 nay. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. Mama, you never stop working. Okay, and just let that stop. Don't try to hold on to it. Just stop. you never stop working. Just kind of get on it and get off of it, right? For ladies, not so much for the guys, I think, but for girls, another option rather than going down the octave in the bridge is to sing the first couple times through in more of a head mix quality, kind of closer to that goo, goo, goo that we were doing earlier in our warm-up. So you could go, even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. Just keep it kind of in that light, maybe even a little bit breathy tone. And then as you repeat the bridge, launch into the bigger mix sound, okay? And that will help give it that dynamic arc that this part of the song needs. So it would start, even when I don't see it, you're working, right? You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. You're leaning into that bigger cry sound, that bigger mix sound. So in your practice time at home, take time to go through these exercises. They're not only building strength in your voice, but more importantly, they're retraining the muscle memory in your voice by telling it where we want it to go, telling it where we want that tone to sit. So often the voice defaults to a tense, strained, pushed up chest voice, or just a weaker, light head voice, or maybe it cracks and breaks on you, or whatever it is. But with these exercises, we're creating a pathway of resonance and coordination for the lyrics to walk in. That's why we go back and forth between the exercise and the lyric pretty quickly, even line by line or a couple lines at a time, so that we're creating that pathway and the lyrics can walk in them, right? These are such effective strategic tools, but you've got to use them, and you've got to use them consistently, okay? So hopefully that helps give you some things to try as you practice this song. If you have any questions about this stuff or something else you're wondering about this song, just please post your comment below and be creative as you do this song in your services. At our church this past weekend, one singer sang the lower parts of the song, and then another singer took over later when the song jumped up the octave. And we hear that kind of co-leadership in a song like Raise a Hallelujah, the guy and girl leading it. And most people end up doing that song with two leaders, but we often don't think that we don't think that can actually be a great option for a lot of songs that cover a lot of range, right? So, and that's a way that we can really play to people's strengths when we co-lead like that. So that might be something to try. Just looking through these comments here. Awesome. Somebody saying I led this song this past weekend in F. Thanks for your hearts and smiles, everybody. Okay. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you've been tuning in live, hopefully this has been helpful for you. And of course, I'm thankful for you as well if you are tuning in later. Love you guys, and I will talk to you soon.